All right. Um, as Neve is getting uh, the team, the more diplomatic team, uh, into the palace, what is Team Crime doing?
debating the moral, debating the moral philosophy of kidnapping if you need somebody.
Jody is gonna ask Cotton if he can do a distraction or help with one.
Here you were talking about how you're trying to stop the hot ones being kidnapped.
Different hot ones, anyway.
Yeah. Cardin is going to ask, okay, so does everybody need to be paying attention to me or just the people in the immediate area?
Just so the people don't come into the room.
Okay,
The lads will help you, if that helps.
understood. Cardin's going to breathe. And then I'm going to utilize the Beast Epicenter, and I'm going to start vomiting reptiles.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Directly?
What are you doing? So I would like to remind you that at this particular moment you were technically in a separate building, in addition from Jody, and additionally, you look as though you belong in this building because of your neck. So you begin vomiting reptiles.
Oh, right. I'm not alone. There are people here.
Yeah, you also need to get into the right building.
Also, you're in an Irish otherworld.
Oh, nope.
I'm not saying they vomit reptiles. Trust me. Do not misunderstand that. I am just saying you're in a place where weird shit happens.
Right.
If you look like you
drank too much
belong
last
there,
night.
and you're throwing up reptiles, they are worried that there's something in the water.
So
There's other ways
Yeah.
ways to manifest them. Just a great like trail of reptiles that are filling the corridors and whatnot, and appear to be like they're gathering attention, and they appear to be going in a specific direction that is going to garner attention away from wherever Jody is.
I would like.
And
I'm
the lads
going
are going to be helping.
Okay. Oh, anyway, what's the future? It's not core. Not that one. Settings. That's it. They have rules for societies. I think somewhere. There it is. Community sizes. Excellent. Ooh, good to know. So, you are summoning lizards to do things, to cause a distraction. What kind of distraction do you wish to cause?
All right, so
They're carrying things into the room.
yeah, like they're just taking things from random rooms and then running off with them.
No, the people that we're trying to distract are carrying things into this room.
Oh, okay.
Take the
All
things.
Right. Yeah, they'll do that.
So, if the lads are helping, they have scale 3 when acting as a group.
Yes.
So, I will ask for you to make for me social. I'm going to call it leadership because you're trying to move a group of people. You may do so at scale 2, because of what I'm reading here. And you have 1 enhancement, at least, from the beasts. Because what it be?
Social leadership, you said?
Yes.
Scale 2.
Difficulty 4. You'll be successful. I'm just trying to.
1 enhancement. Difficulty 4.
Fuck up.
Yo.
It's not too bad.
It's not too bad at all.
It's catastrophic success.
Enjoy.
So, if anyone's ever seen, excuse me, if anyone's ever seen World War Z, it's just that, but they're taking things out of the room.
Just so many creatures they become a liquid.
Yeah, it is a tide of reptiles.
Because of how
Unlucky.
catastrophic successes work,
Uh-huh.
the distraction is indeed the tide of reptiles, but what buys the time is the fact that the half dozen or so people that are moving in and out kind of pause for a moment, looking at what's going on. And then you hear them kind of sit there, considering things, rubbing their chins, looking as if they're going to grab a cigarette. As things kind of get a little more monochrome. But at least for the moment, as they are trying to get to the bottom of this, you have a moment. Minute, wait.
I am just gonna walk right in.
It's going to take a lot of time to get to the bottom of this, because there's just so many dang lizards.
Yeah.
But yes, so you have made it into the forge space. It's hot.
Mhm.
It's really fucking hot. Kind of smelly, little sooty.
That's fine.
All right.
As I said, but I'm just gonna say, Leo, do you know anything about this guy?
Leo kind of pauses, takes a look for a moment. As you guys kind of sit there looking, this guy's just plugging along, doing what it is that he's doing. It's almost robotic at this particular moment. Unlike a lot of the other people that you guys have interacted with so far, including yourself, Carter, who's interacted with more people than Jody has at this particular moment, they seem, on the surface, human. They don't seem to be shit. Oh. They look in surprisingly good health. Good color palette to their skin, well taken care of, which is
Do
an
I pick
interesting
up?
disconnect from the
Did I pick up a sign from them?
Yes, it was close. They are indeed too often related.
Okay.
More so than the rest of them. So whereas it's just kind of like, oh yeah, no, walking around, all these people connected to Tuatha, there's been a little bit of a clover thing. You kind of walked forward into this place and then just kind of got hit in the head with a frying pan of clover.
Yeah.
But Leo kind of pulls forward, pulls out his phone. Doesn't have signal here, but does kind of save things to his phone. And he says, pulls open an old picture. Sometime in the early 30s, maybe? kind of takes a look at this one. Maybe looks kind of like this guy. Maybe shows you kind of a picture of a small crew, about a dozen or so people going more for a pleasure ride northeast of Ireland.
Okay. Keep the photo open.
Okay.
And I'm going to just walk up to this guy, and as the hammer swings down, I'm going to catch it.
I know you are strong. Would you kindly make for
Roll it, roll.
Do you have creator calling like
I have Epic Strength Dominion.
look, I was asking for other reasons. I would like specifically, this is a really good pool for you too.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to ask for two rolls real quick. I'm going to ask for a
Okay.
defense roll. I'm going to ask for a physical athletics check for the obvious reason.
Let me check what my defense skill was. It's like
5 plus 2.
yeah, skill 2. Plus the base 2, that's 8.
What'd you get this? Oh, right, because of your intensity.
That
That's right.
gives me strength skill 2.
Yep. And then the
Defense skill, sorry.
and then the straight athletics.
What was the other roll? Sorry.
Physical athletics. Sorry.
Skill athletics. And if I could use the hand wraps general advancement for this.
If you'd like.
Okay. That's the base one I get. Can I get the epic strength +1 scale for
Yeah.
carrying stuff? Okay.
You're lifting the hammer.
Yes. I think it's 1 scale and 3 enhancement.
I believe so, yes.
I didn't hear that, sorry.
I believe so, yes. Sorry.
6? For the
Alright.
fucking 1?
That's it's so what happens at this particular moment is it's more kind of a way to gain a decent amount of
Gain what? Sorry?
insight. Sorry. Let me move this a little bit closer to me to see
Yeah.
if that helps a bit, because I understand I'm hard to understand at the moment.
Yeah.
All
Like
things
you are
considered.
cutting out a bit. This truck.
Might open up my noise gate a little more. But so with the defense check, that was more to resist the fact that this is a hot forge that you're putting
Yeah.
your hand into without putting the
Well,
rest
the
in
hammer
there.
isn't going to be in the actual
No,
fire.
it's just.
I'm grabbing the hammer.
But the athletics check is now. You are well aware at this point that this person is a scion of some form and variety, but with with 6 successes in this particular moment is, despite being mechanically speaking a tier below you, this person is exceedingly strong,
Mhm.
and you are able to stop them. But it's kind of the way of that it's kind of being approached at this particular moment is there's a slight break in the routine, but it's get back to the routine as quickly as possible. Go around the obstacle if you have to. But you do have a moment to try to break through things, if depending on what it is you were trying to do.
Just gonna. uh. Just they'd be like, "Hey, whoa, hey, it's break time. It's time for your break."
You can't
Sorry, I
not have your
realized-
break. It's against the union.
I realized that I did not grab a name for this beforehand, so I totally am not just opening up interesting names.
This is the Irish Otherworld, right?
He's
yes.
not gonna have one of the names from the strange list that you found.
No.
If he's Irish.
Just go with Sean.
No.
There must be a handful of Seans on this island.
Yeah, probably.
There are, I know, Spirit meet. I tell you why.
Hmm.
It sounds traumatic. Oh dear.
Shady more than anything.
Okay.
Alright, yeah, but so I would like for you in this particular case, you are what are your titles?
Titles are somewhere. Mischief Making Monkey,
Okay.
Captain Shenanigans, Conqueror of Sorcery and Death, The Indomitable, and Helper of the Marginalized.
Alright. So it is the aspect of that you can hear that your words are being heard. They're not necessarily being listened to or acknowledged. You might need a little bit more of a push. In this particular case, you may choose a lower difficulty empathy check or a higher difficulty integrity check, but you will need at least some skill, and it will be a social roll for those. Because you are pushing against the magic that's affecting this person at the moment.
Unfortunately, my Persuade specialty is for groups, and this guy is not a group.
That's fair.
It's not.
I'll go for empathy.
Okay.
I will use my...
So I think we decided that the magic stuff was scale 4, so this will be a difficulty 3 check at scale 4. So if you do a title, that'll get you to scale 3, so it'll be difficulty 4 check type of thing.
So it's difficulty higher if I use a title?
So you would need to use a title in order to try to roll or get scale in some form. If you can get up to scale 4 or higher, it is difficulty 3. If you use a title, you will get to scale 3. So the difficulty increases by half by the difference in scale is kind of what it is.
Okay. Don't know if I can get the 4 unless I had the lads helping, but they're busy. I'm gonna tap Defier of Authority path in order to get more dice.
That was the
Thank you.
path I was thinking of. I thought that was a title.
Yeah, I'm gonna tap that path in order to
Mhm.
to defy the authority of whatever is making him do this.
Okay.
Help with the marginalized. Clearly, this guy's been enslaved here
Sure.
for the title. What's I got? Check the next
So-
list.
Oh yeah, you got a lot of those.
I can maybe there's a lover knack I can use.
Ooh.
I don't know. They go for persuading, right?
Yeah, tend to be.
Can't use fluid appeal as his first time I've met him. Should use that. His intuition is a little.
So
Not
many
good
fucking
money.
knacks, man.
Yeah. I started to come to the opinion of like you should look at Nax as a guide onto.
Soothing presence.
Okay.
When you attempt to get someone to relax, calm down, or be welcoming, and one enhancement or applicable rolls.
I'll allow it in this case.
That's one. Neck. Shh. More ones. Attention.
All right.
Still looking. None of them. No, no. Okay, just the one. One enhancement. Does this
Dice.
count? Does this get my +1 to heisting? Because I'm trying to heist this guy.
Yeah. I'll allow it.
Cool.
Y'all did research. So this
yeah.
is for.
I think that's it. So
Okay.
the difficulty just with that 3 scale is what?
4. So it'll be difficulty 4. With 2 extra dice and 2 enhancement.
And this is the empathy roll.
Correct.
Okay. Success,
Nice.
Very
I
good.
think. Just.
And catastrophic.
Just got it. Do I want to do anything for catastrophic success in this particular case? I am going to bump that up though. Nah, I don't want to do something. As you kind of sit there and push forward with your words, kind of resonating out a moment, kind of trying to connect to this person and bring them back to the moment, kind of sit there and they get a little unsteady. It's not that they're going to fall, but it is kind of like that stumble back, as in kind of like a little bit of lightheadedness as they kind of start blinking.
Gonna put a hand on his arm.
Yeah, break sounds good.
Yeah.
And
Pull out a bottle of water.
Hmm.
So I would have brought some stuff with me because I read a thing saying that you're not supposed to eat stuff in the Feywilds.
Yeah, no, he'll go ahead and take it, drink it. It's not that he seems any more thirst, like he's doing thirsty work, but it's not like he seems
Yeah.
like dying of thirst or anything. So, as far as you can tell with your one dot in medicine, he seems perfectly healthy, all things considered, physically speaking, always.
Yeah.
But
Which
yeah,
means
it's kind of leans against the surface a little bit, processing things that happened.
how long have you been here?
Kind of shrugs. A while, I suppose. The days start blending together after a while. And
Kinda-
getting
kinda
here.
Kind of seem pretty
What?
out of it.
Yeah, don't. Kind of squints a little bit, seeming kind of. Well, more than a little dazed at kind of what's going on. Kind of like, how long was I out? Was something affecting me? Was it just like getting into a routine, but it doesn't like it's one of those things where it feels like a routine when I sit there and try to reflect on it, but being pulled out of it like this is definitely not part of a routine.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like that little bit of dissonance there for the moment.
It's like, do you even remember what you were making?
Support beams, window frames, gutter thing. Like he starts listing all of the things that you saw being taken out. Yeah, no, it was just kind of a way to pay the people back for helping me and the crew when we got here.
How did you get here?
Yeah, we were adventurous types. Decided we wanted to go, see what we could see, find some of them gates that people have talked about. It's getting to the point where, exploration on this end had been all but completed and to see where we could map elsewhere. Well, shortly after, setting sail, kind of got into a major ship-style accident. Ran into something we weren't expecting. And next thing we know, we washed up with whatever remained up on our boat on shore here. People were nice enough to take us in, let us recover, feed us, clothe us.
Who's us? I've only seen you.
Well, it's about half a dozen of us or so, and 5 other guys.
Where are they?
He opens his mouth as if to answer quickly and kind of thinks about this. I don't think I've seen it in a while. Kind of chews on his lip a little bit and then starts working backwards.
So when did you go on your little adventure to get here?
I think it was middle of spring.
What year?
I think it's just kind of like the point where he's just like, yeah, no, this year, technically. And then he's kind of like, wait, what? No. Somebody would ask.
Yeah.
This.
Yeah. But why would someone ask that?
What year is it?
Is it still last year in game?
Yeah, it's close to what it is to be this year. Fluid time and all that.
Well, considering the time dilation Jody's been through, they're just gonna say 2025.
Oh.
How did you start doing this just after you got here?
No. We took some time to recover for a little bit. Probably what felt like a few weeks.
And then,
And we started sitting there helping, and just time at some point slipped away.
a lot of time.
Yeah, apparently.
Probably more than enough time to pay these people back for helping you, right?
Kind of screws up his face. Like, there's the first part of it that seems distasteful.
Hmm.
And then there's the second part of it that's like, it's not right. Something between what has happened to me here does not match up with the stories I heard as a kid.
Look,
And it's not in that way where it's like, oh yeah, no, people lie to kids about the stories all the time. It's like, no. Something's affecting here. The stories have truth to them.
Look, me and my friends just got here, and being totally honest, I was sent to find someone to help dwarves out with some project that they're working on, and you seemed like you might go for that, but I didn't realize you've been here for like 100 years, so
Well, on one hand, it'd be nice to sit there, go back to figure out what all's happened.
mhm.
On the other
Eddie,
hand, at least there's a job lined up if I can't find anything else.
yeah, and they probably won't keep you here for like almost a century. Upon getting here, me and my friends did notice there's some weirdness in the air here. Maybe some people being mentally affected by something. So maybe that changed during your time here.
Hmm.
But I'm sure my buddies are working on that.
That's good to hear.
Do you want to see if we can find your friends?
Yeah. That's like,
Okay, if we can get descriptions of what they look like, I can get the lads on it.
yeah, and this individual will give you about 5 names, brief descriptions of at least the last time that you've been seeing them,
I'm just gonna-
injuries and skill lists in case it kind of helps figure out some things. And does kind of mention in passing that there were a couple other a couple other crews of individuals that just decided to stay before, like it was people who had similar stories to them, but they just decided to stay, and they seemed fine. They were in very similar straits to this individual.
Yeah.
Where like he's like, oh, you've been here for the better part of a century, and you look like you're no older than 40, type of thing.
Yeah.
Also, if Jody wants, the lads can ask Alma for help, given that one of her primary pull things is find.
No.
Except that Jody's not supposed to be here.
I know.
Jody and the lads will be staying away from Group 1.
All right.
Yeah, as you kind of get different descriptions of the different people, we'll go ahead and go back to the diplomatizing group for a This. Go here. I'll scroll up. All right. So,
Yes.
Neve has kind of taken you in from her carriage. The inside architecture, as you've seen, and you guys are well aware of at this point, it's well lit, but it's all artificial light. It's either like fire or electricity lights of some kind. Older styles, of course, as people haven't been here in the past 100 or since that crew kind of came over. But she kind of takes you in, and the inside architecture is very similar to that of the outside architecture, where it's a mismatch isn't quite the right word, but it's the best fitting word that I can think of at the particular. You see groups of individuals in paintings where it's not what you would think of when you kind of get into a castle or a kind of noble place where it's just kind of like, here's the pictures of me and my family. Like, yeah, there's a couple of those, but it's more like, here's adventurers that we interacted with. Here's heroes that we met. Here's people that we gave gifts to. Here's people that we helped over the centuries.
Here's Kukulin with his pin on.
Here's me posing with or shaking hands with the Irish Prime Minister.
Stuff along those lines. But she kind of walks you through over to a sitting room. It's decently sized. There's plenty of seats for everyone. It's very cozy. It's not too plush or anything like that. It's old, well-built furniture. She kind of takes a seat over and goes, "So, kind enough to inform me of some goings-on here in the otherworldly scene. You have asked for some willow branches.
Yes.
Twigs, rather.
Birch branches.
Branches, sorry.
It's okay. It is something that is a part of a contract that we are under.
You mentioned as much. The great sorceress.
Correct.
You know,
In the
stuff
meantime-
that the what people, you know, tell their children to get them to behave and eat their vegetables, that kind of entity.
Kind of nods to yourself. So, what is everyone's integrity score?
Oh boy.
Let me see.
Integrity.
Three.
Everyone in the room.
Let's
Three.
see.
A three,
My
a three.
integrity is a 3
Yeah,
as
three.
well.
Cass?
None.
Wow.
All of middling integrity except Casimir.
The
Cass
one
has no
in the party
integrity.
has 5 integrity, is not present.
I mean, integrity. Free is not middling. Free is like. I think middling is
Middling for a Scion.
Hold on, how much did it take to boost a skill? 5, right?
5. In between sessions.
Well,
Oh dear. So, she sits there after nodding to herself, and this is looking all of you up and down, not in the way of, oh boy, pretty people are here, maybe my love has returned. And more in the, I am the princess of an island of mythology.
Mm-hmm.
And people who wield power have come here seeking things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Oh.
And it's not uncomfortable, Carden, as in, it's not like she's looking at you and getting all of your secrets, but she is kind of weighing the judge of your characters. She looks at Carden, she looks at Olivia, she kind of nods briefly, and not loud enough to be rude, but loud enough for you guys to kind of hear. She's kind of addressing herself more, as it's not spoken. It is a little bit of a whisper.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like self-discovery, figuring out who you are, kind of nodding. She kind of glances over to Vega, weighing Vega, and goes, working on something close to her. And her eyes go over back to Casimir at the end of it. The idea that you get is she's someone that's seen similar people go down not the same path.
Mm-hmm.
You all have unique paths. You are building yourselves in different ways. But similar enough paths that she's kind of aware of some patterns.
Mm.
And as she kind of looks over at Casimir, she kind of moves, kind of getting into a more straight back, it's more regal style thinking.
Mm-hmm.
And addressing you asks, and what are you willing to give up for what it is you seek?
That is a very good question. Normally, I would believe in trade. You have something we need. What is it that you need that I may give?
She stands. Is anyone else sitting, or are you guys just kind of standing at the particular moment?
If Neve has indicated or motioned for us to sit down, I would have.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's being very polite with regards to it.
Mm-hmm.
Carden, there is 3 doorways. There's the doorway that you guys came in, which is through the which goes through the main way, and then there's a couple of doorways over on the other side. There is what appears to be a large window behind her, but you know well by now that that window is fake. But she
Sure.
kind of gets up and walks over to a bookshelf and drags her fingers over along the spines. Has anyone talked to you about the price of the paths that you all walk?
Could you repeat that? Sorry.
Has anyone talked to you about the price of the paths that you all walk?
I don't believe it has been mentioned. No.
She nods. She pulls off an old tome, puts it into a crook of her arm. She kind of looks fine. Finds what appears to be kind of like an old scroll-style case. It kind of grabs about 4 different texts that you can see. She sets them down on her desk. The path of the divine is not an easy. Kind of glances over Vega. You lose things that might be close to you. There's struggles in regards to identity. Carden, who's kind of keeping his head on a swivel, is pointedly not looked at this particular moment. He seems paranoid enough. But there's also sacrifices of the self. And she kind of pushes forward a little bit. It's an old tome, but to the lot of you, it smells like olives in the same way that Vega and Olivia smell like olives. There is a familiar figure on the cover, large, muscular, exceptionally strong man that bears a striking resemblance to someone you met a long time ago. Or what feels like a long time ago, at least. Do you know his shade? Still walks the underworld?
I was not aware, no.
At least according to this. It's never been there, so I couldn't say either way. But whether it's due to some kind of evolution or an honorable sacrifice, there is something of yourself, if you truly wish to get to that final stage of divinity, that you must sacrifice of yourselves. I'm not the person to tell you what it is. I don't know what it is that you might be willing to give. And you may not even have to give it to me. But it is something worth considering. The difficult part, she says as she kind of moves more over to the other one, one of which seems very fitting for the area. I mean, some of the words that you guys have seen, like Old Irish and whatnot. The illustration on that one is a man, or at least young figure, holding a spear, warped in rage, tied to a stone by his entrails. There is another figure, laughing figure, someone with a giant fishhook, pulling islands from the sea.
Does that one smell of olives?
That one, so the second one that she pointed to, the one with the rock, that one smells of clover.
Okay.
Oh fuck! Where's my list?
One of the hook also smells of the rock.
No, smell of the sea.
Yeah, that's the Atua. Yeah, smells of the sea.
I thought it smelled like what the rock is cooking.
I don't know
Not
much
this
about
time.
seafood.
Salt of the sea and the different seafoods.
So maybe.
And then the last one smells like baking clay. And it's a familiar figure. Casimir, you for sure recognize it as a person who studied a lot of old things, especially in regards to like humanities and other things. For reference, for those that don't understand what I'm alluding to, the muscular figure of the first book was Heracles.
Yes.
The figure in the second book was Cuchulainn. The figure in the third book is Maui. And this last figure is Gilgamesh.
Brag.
Says, but some people, in one way or another, never quite get to the point of being able to give that point up. It's a perilous journey. And these are just some of the famous stories. They're famous enough stories that I don't need anyone that's in this room to roll to know them. If you would like to ask me above the table, kind of the stuff that happened to these figures, they can. But in Scion terms, these are people that failed the apotheosis, with the exception of Heracles.
Yeah.
Obligatory. We saw the movies.
I know what happened to these guys.
What happened to Maui was not in Moana, I believe.
No.
It was not. Look, I'm not going to kink shame. I'm not going to kink ask why. I'm just going to move on.
Yep.
Yep.
So, I'm sure there's some kind of price for the purposes of trade, whether it's knowledge, items, gifts, all sorts of different things that you could figure out or give that I would probably find amenable. But if not to me, to someone. With the company that you claim to keep. I don't know if you want someone else that you might have to pay that price to.
I am already indebted.
This is not a debt. This is sacrifice in the truest sense of the word.
Casimir kind of becomes a little bit more introspective in the moment, and you can see him kind of turning inward.
May I ask a question above table?
Absolutely.
Because my little dum-dum baby brain is not understanding, I guess, context clues. What is she asking for exactly?
She's not she's not really asking for anything in this particular case. What she has done is, because she is very old, she's been around the block a few times, she has looked into a room of demigods and identified the steps that they are on. And in looking at Casimir, has seen that Casimir is on the descent, which is the step of self-sacrifice, of self-figuring things out type of thing. And so it's like, she's like, if you want to, we could just handle this as a regular transaction. But given the fact that you told me you're working with a witch that's scary as hell,
Mhm.
I am offering you a way to pay me in something that might hurt a little bit now, but might not hurt a lot later.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of like as Casimir kind of gets introspective, there is the sense over the remaining three of you that are in this room where you're not on the step that Casimir has chosen to go for first.
Mm-mm.
But there is that ringing that it is a step that all of you will approach eventually.
Mm-hmm. Casimir is thinking a little. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, thinking about the future.
I know. Olivia thinking about the future even. Jeez.
Oh no. With Casimir thinking
Mhm.
about both his past and how that, being constructed, he's always clung tightly to the perceived mundanity of growing up in the Thrice 10th Kingdom and having his existence in Brussels with the Midnight Nook and his connections to the university there. It was all created for him, but even with that knowledge, he kind of clung to it more to basically construct his persona with it. And maybe that, like, as a storyteller, do you think that that is something that would satisfy that requirement of Casimir basically going, my past has been constructed for me, I let go of this and become something else that is no longer tied to this perceived mortal life?
The idea of the descent is to face death directly. And that can be a physical death, as in, for warriors or guardians, it can be the threat of impending doom, constantly being worn down. It can be ego death. It can be the death and the change of an identity.
I think with her asking this question of him, of what he wants, I think everyone who is there, Carden, Olivia, Vega, maybe a couple of lads in disguise.
5% couple of heads in disguise.
Never. Why would you
no.
possibly? There's no one in a trench coat in this room.
My mind went to, why has the end table got a tail?
Are no lads here.
I mean, some Wukong can transform. You don't know if the lads can.
Casimir has always been handsome.
Yeah, yes.
Recently, he's become supernaturally so.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like he's undergoing a second transformation in this moment. Where in the past he looked as if he like as if he was carved from marble. Figuratively. I think in this moment that figurative marble becomes a little more literal as he considers himself more a, yes, I was constructed, I was this thing that, because of a desire for a normal life, clung to these mundane and mortal connections. And by pulling on his actual experiences of what he has already been going through, he kind of starts loosing these previous connections. Not to Jody or Vega or Cardin or Olivia, but perhaps to the friends, to his faculty colleagues, to the people that he's been serving pastries and coffee and suggested books to, of all of the regulars at the Midnight Nook, and those who stopped by for a chat, a drink, and maybe a recommendation. There's tears in his eyes that slowly trickle down marble cheeks. As he looks over to Neve. These ties
Neve.
will not bind me much longer.
Neve has, not in a possessive or I want type of way, has gently walked up over to Casimir.
Mm-hmm.
Not horribly close. More just outside of arm's reach. As this kind of transformation begins to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And she simply holds out her hand, palm up. She doesn't look pleading. She doesn't look hungry. She doesn't look... It's understanding in the way, like not in an empathetic way. This is not something that she herself has experienced. But this is, I've seen people go through this.
I think
I
as
can't directly relate, but I can feel emotions
Mhm.
here too.
I think as she hands out her, she holds out her hand.
Mhm.
Casimir's hand rises in turn,
Mhm.
and he puts something into her palm. And for Vega and Olivia and Cardin, who are there, and Vega probably the closest of the three, would see a little, like not the original, but like one of the smaller Matryoshka dolls made out of stardust encrusted porcelain.
Oh,
A
Is
little
your hand...
Casimir.
Oh, good. It's... You guys begin to almost see double in a way, where as in reflection of the Matryoshka doll, as she kind of brings it over and moves it over, and after image of Casimir kind of follows, but it's not Casimir as he appears to you now. It's Casimir as he appeared but a moment ago. And it's not... The best way to kind of sit there and explain it is the way that it's described in, like, the Odyssey is all the gods are hot as hell. Like, they are all beautiful, but not all of them have the beauty purview type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Only those ones do. So it's more like you see the difference in this particular moment between the apex of supernatural beauty, because that's what Helen's Grace pretty much is,
Mm-hmm.
stepping into that aspect of divine self and truly mythic beauty. It's not shedding something in this particular moment. It's sad. It's like a parting, but it's not the capital P parting. That's a different step. But it's kind of like it probably feels closer in this moment to meeting a cousin you haven't seen since before y'all hit puberty as adults. There's memories there, there's feelings there, but you're different people now.
Mm-hmm. And I think for all that Casimir has given up in this moment, he is consciously clinging to the ties that he has with the people in this room, both directly in this room and indirectly through the lads.
You're welcome.
As these four are the ties that he is not ready to sacrifice.
As you kind of reflect on some of those other connections, just to be clear on them, it's not that they don't exist.
Mm-hmm.
They are separate, and you can know, like Casimir is well aware of what feels like the artifice of them. But
yeah,
they're
but
just...
also in the sense of, like, if he's going to go to the university,
mm-hmm.
they are not going to see Casimir as, like, oh, it's, you know, the person who's into astronomy and religion, and, like, this is, oh, there's a demigod walking around.
This is not, oh, there's Casimir. This is, oh, this is the liberator of skies. This is the keeper of the majestic library. This is not, this is my colleague anymore.
Yep.
But with that being said, you are fully healed. Your legend is full, and you'll go up to legend 6 as you have completed your descent.
Ah!
Oh.
Not 65,
No,
6.
not. I'm working on it.
You will get a title at 6, yes. There are some details in regards to the descent or other steps for it, but for the intents and purposes right now, Casimir has completed his party, or his descent.
I completed reporting and descent. That's a speedrun.
Yeah, no, 2 steps at once.
Looking at what Neve has received now, Casimir does say, you have the mortal part of me.
I shall always be here for you if you wish to speak to him again.
I would ask that you take good care.
Always. That's what this place is for. And while the after image kind of begins to solidify is not quite the right word at this particular, but it is kind of like becoming into its own existence of its own as he kind of sets the Matryoshka doll on on her desk, for lack of a better term, at this particular moment. And he sets it down and goes, "How many do you need of these birch twigs?"
We were told to bring twigs, plural. I don't think she would be upset with any number greater than one.
Well, I would not risk upsetting her, even if we all enjoy the trickery of the letter of the law versus the spirit. I will get that settled for you. You all may wander the grounds, the palace as you please. Anyone here will be more than happy to help you. We will serve you food if you so wish. Please help yourselves. Make yourselves at home.
Many thanks.
If you need a moment, you may stay here. I shall go get that taken care of. And she excuses herself, so you may all have a moment.
As she excuses herself, Casimir stands. He might look a little bit taller now. And visually, not much has changed. He is a little paler. But where once there were the natural human, like, blue veins and arteries that could be seen under his skin, those seem more like silver and gold now. As if there are veins of precious metal running under marble. Looking over to Vega, says, if this was something you did not want for me, I sincerely apologize.
I don't want to say like she has like an upset expression, but she seems a little subdued. She's not upset that he is different now, like visually or anything. She says just quietly, your appearance changing I would say never change who you are on the inside, but I'm worried now that how this changed you inside. Maybe it's... I just don't want you to forget about me.
I could never forget about you, my love. I may be different to those who come into the Midnight Nook. I don't think with everything going on I will have much time to bake for more than just the 5 of us.
That's okay. You've
But-
got me to help.
I appreciate it very, very much, and I appreciate you so very much. I changed because I saw that you are changing, and so is Olivia and Cardin and Jody, and either I should stop myself and not change with you, or take this step and perhaps change most of all.
And she goes to take his hands and holds them. Don't feel like you ever need to change yourself just for my sake. I want you in the end, if you want to change for you. To become the person you most want to be.
I think his hands feel different. They feel smoother.
Mhm.
but they do
Like
feel
a baby's bottom.
but they do feel warm, like a hot stone massage,
Alright.
perhaps.
Ooh. Like a star.
Mm.
But yeah, she tells him that and she gives him a reassuring smile. Change for you to be who you want to be, and I will love that you no matter what. Okay?
I will. I look forward to changing with you.
See, that's the spirit. This new looks pretty rad, though. Do you
It's.
think your butt's even more chiseled now?
Let's explore that another time.
And just like that, Cardin says that out loud and stands up, and he's just gonna start looking around the room.
It's a nice little office. It's got a decent amount of books. She's left the 4 books on the desk next to the Metrios Gadol.
If I wanted to hide something in here with my PI vision, I'd like to find any places or items like that.
Are you trying to play with the camera?
Are you looking to?
Man.
Okay, so you are looking to hide something.
No. I'm looking to find stuff like if there is something that she would not want found in this room, I'm looking for where that would be.
I think Cardin is well known enough that this is kind of a temporary office. It's somewhere between like an office and a sitting room. This is a public more space. This isn't really anything that she would put hidden here with your PI senses.
This is my room that is safe to have arguments in, just in
Yeah.
case.
This is where I invite people to sit down and have a conversation, not for blackmail.
This is the non-blackmail talking room.
Mhm.
The blackmail talking room is far nicer.
There's only
also-
white and beige mail in here.
Before, but Olivia, is there anything that you are doing?
Probably gonna go follow after. So it's pronounced Neve, but it's
Yes.
spelled like Niam?
Yes, it's Irish.
Yes. Yeah. Irish.
Irish names are like that.
Oh, okay.
I
Yes.
just liked it sounded like you
Yes, I
said
have
pronounced nya?
Siobhan is spelled with a B. Like,
Yes.
Oh, I know Siobhan. There's one in my
Yes.
company.
yes.
I have an ignorant question.
Yeah, go for it.
Is Irish spelling not just Gaelic?
No.
No.
Okay.
I-
Well,
So,
there's my
so,
item.
so you have Gaelic, you have Scots Gaelic, you have Irish, and then you have also adjacent to all of that, Welsh.
Yeah, Gaelic
Oh.
and Irish are different.
That's
Right.
a lie.
There's also Scots.
Yeah, we said
Scots is closer to English than it is to those other ones. but
Correct.
yes. Scots is to English what French is to the other Latin languages.
For such a tiny bunch of little islands, we got a lot of languages.
I
Yeah.
was about to
Those
say,
isles were invaded so many times that there were just by so many peoples.
Yeah.
the Greeks, the Romans, the
And
Norse.
then we
Jesus,
invaded a
just to
bunch of
name
people and
few.
stole their languages back. Like,
Wait, the Greeks?
Not the
I
Greeks
believe-
invaded that far. The Romans for sure did because
Yes.
the
Oh,
Romans
yes.
pushed the Gauls to the islands.
True.
like
I was gonna say they
the-
pushed
there's-
Christianity.
there was a big
Also
wall
that.
up around the border of Scotland for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Well, yeah.
the Romans couldn't defeat the Scottish, and they were just like, "Fuck it, we'll build a wall so they can't keep attacking us."
I love that part of history of just
Yeah.
the fact that the Romans of all people looked at the Scots and went, "We
Nah,
don't
fuck
need this
that.
problem."
I don't want that smoke. But yeah, no. Neve will be more than happy to sit there and talk with you about like history of names, history things like that for it. While that's going on, Cardin, as you guys kind of sit there and explore for a little bit, kind of get settled as she begins kind of getting things together for it. If you would like to, one more thing in regards to get up into Legend 6 Cress. On page 109 of Demigod, there is the Pantheon Path of the Begovni. The last bit has your path skills and your virtues found in Wayward. If you want to read that, you may, and you may choose to put your virtue track fully in Found or Wayward.
Okay.
Generally speaking, what that means is you will be in the virtuous state, so you'll have difficulty acting outside of that particular virtue unless they have some overlap, in which case you can move over. But when you spend momentum all the way on one end of the track, when you spend momentum to enhance an action in line with that virtue, one momentum will get you 4 dice.
Damn.
Oh.
So it limits your character's feelings and roleplay a little bit, but it can be fun to sit there and play with that. So if you want to familiarize yourself with that, that is page 109 in Demigod for you.
All right.
We'll go back to Team Crimes thread now, though. Back to Team Crimes.
I love Team Cotton.
All right, so Cardin,
Yeah, what's up?
there's a lot of lizards around here doing a lot of things, and people are getting really good about figuring out how to wrangle them up. You don't think you got much time left? You want to try to make another distraction, or you want to try to figure something else out?
Alright, so
It's really comfortable to talk like that. Just horrible on my.
Yeah, you gotta lay off them cigarettes.
Or just not be sick.
Yeah.
Get over the bronchitis, man.
Oh. That plus cigarettes? Definitely a bad combination.
Bronchitis.
That's when you switch to the whiskey.
Lord.
So, generally speaking, it's more, you want to let Jody know that they don't got much time, or do you want to cause another distraction?
trying to see what I could. I could create a storm, but considering this is an island, and also I don't know how much dominion I have over the weather here, I don't think that's a great idea.
You can try.
What kind of
I'm not gonna tell you
feat
no.
do you have your titles?
It might draw too much outside attention to what's going on, I think.
Yeah, I need centralized chaos. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna double down, and
Okay.
as people are collecting the turtles, the lizards, the various reptiles that have kind of stormed around, they're all just gonna turn into geckos, like all of them. Like they're going to manifest into tiny little geckos, and just like start scurrying all over the place in people's hands and whatnot. And it's like a
Doubles.
Scooby-Doo movie. They're getting in their clothes, like they're getting everywhere for the people collecting them. And I'm just going to very nonchalantly off to the side, just into the earpiece. Listen, I'm running out of options here. Whatever's happening needs to happen now if you're doing this.
Just gonna.
Roll for me a leadership or subterfuge social check real quick.
Okay.
Okay, actually, here's what I'm going to tell you. Actually,
Okay, yeah.
if the emphasis is on convincing people to stay away, you may make it leadership. If the emphasis is on Fuck, I forgot what the other half of it is. Okay, so it's not going to be that difficult because you've already got a lot of the magic affecting the space here right now.
Yeah.
Um,
Tokay geckos, by the way, so they're nipping
yeah,
people.
they're screaming. Yeah. You
I want
will
some tiny
have.
stones.
Oh, actually, I want you to make this a subterfuge check. I've decided it's social subterfuge
Okay.
to complete the distraction. It's not going to be that difficult. You can, because of everyone's already distracted. That's just going to be difficulty 3.
Okay.
If you want to try to get away without letting people know that it is you doing it, it's going to be complication 4.
What's the difference between difficulty and complication?
So if you get like 2 successes, it's just a regular ass failure.
Difficulty is DC. Complication is something you need to buy off after.
Yeah.
Oh.
The complication is you win, but yes, but type. If you can't pay it off.
Do I still have the aid of the lads, or do you need them?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, and I've already invoked a title for this arc, so I can't do it again.
Yes, you can, as long as you got the legend for it.
Yeah, we can spend as much as we want right now.
Oh.
You could also fate binding someone to get the legend back.
Mm-hmm.
Fate bind the heart of the forge.
Oh, yeah, you know what?
Unrequited paramour.
Oop.
Oh, I was the one who's supposed to be seducing him.
Gonna invoke my title, Purveyor of Privacy, as a feat of scale.
Okay. Interesting. Still make okay. So new shift.
Okay.
Your distraction is completed because you have the help of the lads, and your feat of scale makes you scale 3. So that means that between the lads and yourself, you have scale 6. That is godly effort. You are fine. It is now a difficulty 4 check to not have it, to not be identified with it.
Okay.
Just a straight difficulty 4 check.
Just a straight difficulty 4 check.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna bump down your just bumping down your legend on your sheets since you used a title.
Does Nowhere Man affect this at all?
Nowhere.
There's also Unobtrusive Visitor.
You have Unobtrusive Visitor active now, which is what allows you to be here in this particular moment.
Okay.
They are not tracking you yet. So in short, what this is like is I am hacking the system. I have not been noticed. When you are noticed, then Nowhere Man will apply.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Because then they're making rolls against you.
And you said just difficulty 4 subterfuge check?
Correct. Just straight difficulty 4 subterfuge check right now.
I imagine stealth will help.
Stealth will help, if you forgot that. Hide intentions will help here, yes.
Okay. Alright, here we go. I'm at scale 6.
Do not put that in there. You are meeting somebody's scale right now.
Oh, okay. Alright.
I like how that didn't get a reaction. All right. Yeah, no, continue, please.
Wait, hold on.
They got a reaction.
Wait.
It wasn't a noise.
And I still get 1 enhancement from the lads?
No. So you're not getting enhancement from the lads. You're getting enhancement from hide intentions.
Okay.
Yeah.
As this happens on such a large scale,
Oh boy.
You take a deep breath and you just push the mop cart a little bit, whistling, flying casual. And you feel it. Feel somebody look around you, over you, and past you. Do you think, at least for the moment, well, whoever it is knows that there's some people who can do some strong magic here? You are reasonably confident that they do not know it is you. But do know, unless you're trying to do something visibly, probably shouldn't flex that often. That much.
As Cardin is able to like get out of sight and kind of drop the facade a little bit, he's going to just like talk to Jody now, like right now.
All right, Jody.
Hey, so how about we go outside and get some fresh air and see if we can find your friends?
Yeah, sure. It kind of steps outside, goes, "Holy shit, that's a lot of geckos."
Yeah, that's my buddy. We'll meet him in a minute. No, not the geckos. He made the geckos. That's a lot of geckos. Wait till you see the monkeys. There's so many of those.
I should not be surprised. He just kind of sits there and follows you out. All right. Where are you guys off to?
Mostly just gonna get away from the building for now.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna pull the lads away from Garden and get them looking for this guy's friends.
No roll necessary. There's probably about, I'll say it's a small population here. It's a couple thousand individuals in general, and about 24 of them are humans. Whether it's just people sitting there doing things like some basic like pretty much his crew is doing what their job was on the ship, but in town type of thing. So like the captain type of individual would be more the person who's kind of like in a not legislative, not the word I'm looking for, is a delegator of sorts. The bosun is kind of doing carpentry, stuff along those lines type of thing. But yeah, it takes the lads probably about half an hour to scour the place to find them.
Okay. I think the lads have found what they are. Are they all in a similar state that this guy was? Just kind of.
Yes. As the lads have kind of sat there and noticed, it does not matter if it is she or human or something in between. Everyone's like this.
Yeah. I think they seem to be in a similar way to how you were, just kind of autopiloting through everything. So, guessing the same thing happened to them as happened to you. So let's go get them.
Yeah. Kind of takes a look around the area for a bit and goes, it's not. I know you said something was off, it just feels wrong. Not enough. It feels wrong in the way of somebody like painting over something historical. type of wrong.
Yeah, I noticed all the windows are fake, and
No. That's because they have difficulty with glass, and the brass is because, fairies and iron and all that jazz. But
Right.
no, this is a place of healing. Some of the people stayed here, like I don't know if you've noticed. You got any like old aches, old scars, old pains that you just haven't noticed since you've been here?
no.
As in, you haven't really had any of those, or you just haven't noticed or didn't have a chance to notice?
When I arrived here, I was an octopus.
If you take note of yourself now, Jody, yeah, no, you feel in the best, like, I'm not gonna say the best shape of your life, but I will say you feel at the top of your health.
I mean, I am in the best shape of my life with the epic strength dominion.
Yes, but like it's not that post-workout ache.
Yeah.
It is the step after that, where it's like everything
Yeah.
feels physically great.
It's like, yeah, it does kind of feel like better though, I guess.
Yeah, this is a place of healing, place of recovery. That's why some of the people sit here and stay here. Is like, I haven't aged, probably. Like, it's stasis, yeah, but it's a place where people are taken care of until they can get better, or until something can be found to get them better.
Except
And if
currently everyone seems to be stuck doing one thing forever.
exactly. So it's not a place of recovery anymore, it's a place of stagnation. Yeah, let's go get him. And kind of
Yeah.
just
At least with
Just
more
move
heads to put together, might be able to think of something.
I presume also, as you guys have kind of left, you've met up with Carden. So Carden, you also have the information that this guy.
Also, this is Garden.
Put up
He's
with it.
the lizard guy.
Oh shit! I haven't introduced myself. I'm sorry. My name's Onri.
Right. Okay, I'm Jody. It's
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Also, speaking of Irish names being spelled interesting, Onri.
Yep. Yep.
All
Yep.
right.
That's just what they like.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, there's there's Henri, Kaveen. God, I saw a couple in here that I really liked. Give me a second. Funvar. And Podrig.
Ah, Patrick.
That's 4. And Nocton.
I would like to see the spelling of that one.
Nocton?
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, y'all.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And congratulations, that is our lesson in Irish spelling of names.
Yep.
So, roll. I want some. Okay, Jody, I would like for you to roll a d10, and not get lower than a 5. It's just a
five.
d10.
Okay.
Yep. All right, cool.
Yay.
You guys are good. Yeah, it's probably start heading any direction, and then somebody has the idea. It's like, wait, if we go too far north, we might get too close to the castle.
Yes.
Take a quick curve south.
We'll deal with ones that aren't northwest.
Maybe go head for them. And we'll head back to the palace for one more thing. Vega, Casimir, is there anything that you guys are doing, or are you just kind of sitting in comfort at the moment?
I think... I don't think we're getting into, like, public displays of affection to the point where it really starts getting under Cardin's skin.
Thank you.
No hand-holding.
There will be hand-holding.
Oh no, how dare you.
Yes, I know.
That's like the
In,
most lewd
in
thing.
someone else's house?
Wait.
Hand-holding is only the most lewd thing in certain corners of the internet.
Unprotected hand holding.
I was about to ask gloved or ungloved.
Oh, no.
It is full on skin to skin.
Skin to marble skin, yes. But I think for Casimir, at the very least, I think it's mostly just... We've mostly realigned ourselves with, like, hey, what is it you want to do and what is it we've done already, and does that align with what we want out of the situation? But I can see Casimir wanting to reinforce that reassurance.
Yeah.
Is there anything you are up to, Cardin?
Kind of looking around, just like observing everything that's going on, and the immediate surroundings. Cardin does not like it here because we still don't know what that fucking malevolent feeling was. And the fact that one of his copies got looked over in a way that he could actually feel that he was being observed does not help.
Go ahead and roll for me just real quick. I don't know what your skill in this is. Just roll for me mental empathy. Just real quick.
Mental empathy.
Mm-hmm. Difficulty 2.
There's empathy. Am I adding a specialty to this?
Profiling.
Okay.
Another catastrophic success.
Yeah.
Well, catastrophic success is the whole demigod divinity dice thing.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which, anyone who's used a title, please bump up your divinity dice by 1.
Okay.
Card. Whether or not this is comforting to you at all, you know those are two different sources. The malevolence is not the force that was trying to find the source of what was going on. So, take that as you will, but I did want to sit there, and as you're kind of sitting there thinking, maybe wandering through some halls. But, I really should get the other jazz songs that I have on there, because I think jazz is fitting for the moment, but I don't want the song for the Olivia, you've been walking with the Neve for a little bit. Neve's kind of explained some naming conventions, has explained some of the different aspects in regards to kingship and royalty in Irish, old Irish stories. Kind of emphasized on how some of the individuals has been. She's not as interested in you in the same way as she was when you all first arrived, but she seems to have been enjoying your company so far. As you kind of walk with her.
One point in their walking, probably once they're amongst some flowers somewhere, Olivia looks at her and says, I got curious about the poetry thing, so I did some reading on Google whilst we were coming up.
What's Google?
Internet, full of big library of knowledge. Jessica
How
says
big?
it will help me fill my common sense hole.
I don't trust anything like that. That's a gateway to knowledge to fill someone's common sense. I don't want to doubt your friend Jessica, but I don't think that this internet is a good place to get life advice from.
Probably
She
not.
doesn't even know what the internet is, and yet she's spouting truth.
I looked up. Yeah, I looked it up, and I get it. I think I understand what it's like to pine for something you're not sure if or when it will happen. I got lucky, and I want to help you if I can.
I'm listening.
If you could close your eyes and think of them, remember their poems, remember everything important to you.
Those systems.
And Olivia is going to use a knack and a feat of scale to alter the knack.
What?
So this
Yeah,
is
we
the
talked
knack.
about this a little bit.
We're figuring out a way to make it work, because this seems reasonable.
Yeah.
So normally, this knack is meant for you to meet with your lover, but she is going to instead enact her title, The Hopeful Dreamer, and twist it to Neve, to her hopes, her dreams to meet with her lover.
How much social
Ooh.
scale can you get at the moment, just out of curiosity?
What was that?
How much social scale can you get at the moment, out of curiosity? Because you'll have the Hopeful Dreamer, which will be 3.
I can get +2 from the Heart of Light.
Mhm.
I could probably tap the Bridge Between Worlds as a path if he's not in this world.
He's not, for sure.
Okay. I don't know if there's a way to add a 6th scale.
Equipment or boon, I think, is kind of what you're at for the moment for those. Scale revisited. What do we got? So we've done. We you can use stunts if you would like to. You could flood the pool if you want to.
I have an idea.
Okay.
Can I make it an emulated sun boon?
Oh.
Because I have Dominion of Sun, so I can do a
Mhm.
free marvel with the sun. This is the land of sunshine, isn't it?
One of them. Yes.
Yeah, okay. So if I emulate a boon, that would be able to give me +1 more scale for this, in effect?
Okay. All right. Cool. Let me take a look at your skills real quick. So I was sitting there thinking about this for a moment. Okay. What would you say Olivia is more using as a conduit in this moment? Her mental, physical, or social style abilities? Like, as she is she trying to channel this through her body, through her mind, or through her will? The better way to put it.
I was saying social, as she's focusing much more on the love.
That would be very interesting. Okay. What else do you got? Sorry, I'm looking through all your stuff now.
So many things.
So many things indeed.
We've built ourselves up quite a bit over the last 59 episodes.
Looking to see what you can get for her. Okay.
Fairly sure if I use social and I use the path was +2 dice, not plus enchantment. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So here's what I'm going to ask you to do for me. I've looked through your relics. I've looked through all of your stuff. I want you. I'm going to ask for a very specific combination here.
Oh.
So you said social. I'm going to ask for composure and integrity at the moment. You're operating at scale 6. You have 2 enhancement from your teeth for friendly diplomacy rolls.
Oh yeah, go about that.
Uh-huh. This is not a group you are persuading, unfortunately.
It's definitely not any of the others, except maybe cryptozoology if he's somehow revived as a cryptid.
Not him you're persuading.
Okay.
So you can attempt to intimidate. Because this is friendly for her, so I will allow these to stack if you so wish. You can attempt to intimidate things to go a certain way, or to try to nudge things a little bit, if you would like, for persuasion or subterfuge specialties here. I will ask, if you choose to use those, which ones?
Definitely, I won't use intimidation.
Okay.
I don't think she sees anything wrong against using a little bit of trickery to help nudge things along.
Okay. So you are rolling, because you are using your path for the extra 2 dice. You are rolling a total of 7 dice. You have 3 enhancement in total, 1 for your specialty, 2 from your relic. And you're looking for a difficulty 5 check.
Well, I have 10 momentum as well, so it'll be alright.
You do have 10 momentum.
Well, let's go.
If you would like to.
16 successes.
Oh, wait, no. How much of that was from scale 6?
Minus, that's 12. That would be 4 successes. Is it 2 per skill? So
No. Scale's a little different when you get up to like 5 and 6. So you had 3 enhancement from other things, so it's minus 16.
I had at least 5 because I had 2 successes and
Yep, and then
3
the 3 enhancement. So you just got it, is what it would be. So yeah. So
Oh, just get a success.
just get it, still a success, yeah. This is interesting for Olivia, because in their own way, Casimir and Vega have seen the threads of fate in their own way. They've seen the pathways. They've seen the patterns as they've done their divining. They've seen the knots that things can get tangled up in. But Olivia's approached things a little differently. And there's the moment where you see, in this moment as you call upon this power, at this particular moment, in some conflict somewhere, seems to be some kind of military captain of some form, military leader of some form. Not like a general of a large army, something smaller than that. A person there nonetheless. And you don't know if it'll work out in the end, or... Well, you've read enough stories that sometimes these things just go in patterns on their own. But there's a point where, on a desk, you see some orders for the next ship out that this person's supposed to take. And just slightly move your hand over it. You're used to generating subconsciously and otherwise the words that you want people to see. Sometimes they found it discomforting. Lately it's been more comforting. But you just change it. So the next boat they get on takes them northeast of Ireland. What happens from there? That's what happens from there. But you do know, whether it's due to the poetry book that he might be reading on his own, or the journal that he keeps at his side in this room, you know it's the man that she's been waiting for. Maybe not when he left her. But, as I said, sometimes these stories repeat. And maybe he just has a new face this time.
Olivia will reopen her eyes after gently nudging the strings of fate, or then grin, clap excitedly, say, "He's here soon-ish. Soon."
She smiles. It's somewhere between the aspect of excited because she believes, she wants to believe you, and used to being disappointed. It's somewhere in the middle. It'll change. You know it'll change. But she, if Olivia has her hands out, will gently clasp one of her hands, or one of Olivia's hands in between both of hers, and simply says, "Thank you."
You're welcome. I hope it worked. I think it worked. I haven't done stuff like that before.
At this point, everyone on Tiernanog notices that it's getting a little late. Even if you find the people, it might be worth getting some rest soon. And as you think about that, as people get their people together, their items together, and think about the changes that might come, we'll go ahead and end our session there for the evening, especially because it even sounds like to me I'm losing my voice.
Just a little bit.